You've been lied to. Countless years have gone by, and you've consumed Warhammer content, and you've thought to yourself, ooh, oh boy, certainly I would never fall for propaganda. Certainly I, the most intelligent man on earth, would never be swayed by online opinions. And then, deep down, it happened. One day you realized you were bamboozled. The rug was pulled over your eyes. But fear not, for I am here to take that wall and take those soft covered eyes and throw it away. I'm here. So basically, what the whole intro point of this video is, you've been lied to, all right? You've been going through Warhammer the wrong way. That's right. A hobby where there is no objective right or wrong way, and you've somehow been doing it the wrong way. So here's the right way. You've seen characters like Erebus, Typhus, Corpharon, Logar, Perturabo. You've seen the absolute worst that humanity has to offer, and you thought, yuck, gross, cut that out. And yet, you were wrong, and that's okay. We can admit when we're wrong. I'm never wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and here's the proof. See, you ask the typical Warhammer fan, you say, hey, have you ever read a Warhammer book in your life? Have you ever read the source material? They're going to look at you and they're going to spit on you. They're going to say, have I ever read the thing I enjoy? No. Well, guess what? I have. And let me tell you, hold on, I'm sorry, let me get the book. They're the worst. Ahriman, the worst. That's okay. I think you guys have let the internet memes and AI slop lore get to your head, where you've seen all these characters that you've only heard about through memes and 25th hand perspective, and online YouTubers like myself who love and live to spread Warhammer misinformation. And you've formed an opinion based on 30,000 other people's opinions. Well, take a gander, guys. Read. That favorite excerpt you like of a character you think that defines the whole character, you're wrong. Read. It is okay that these are the worst characters. I am going to bat for them today. Erebus, objectively speaking, one of the worst characters in the setting. I don't know if I could say he's the worst, because everybody in Warhammer has been in the running for the worst character there. And I'm not saying the worst as in they're horribly written. I'm saying the worst as in morally reprehensible, disgusting, and downright deplorable. And that's great. They're not real characters, okay? They're not real people. They're fictional. And guess what? In this fictional universe, I absolutely love when everybody is suffering. It's one of my favorite things. I can't explain why, but I like a story where there is just a barely flicker light of hope at the end of the tunnel, okay? And I love that everything is suffering, because it gives more reason for the story to be impactful. Everything matters when nothing matters. The story will never progress because it's always going to be stagnant. It'll never move forward. And I think when that's done right, it's great. And when characters like this are evil and reprehensible and constantly shown that they have a personality above my emperor, the Imperium, when it's beyond that and they delve into the psychological and the deep, character analysis, 1-hour videos explaining the psychology of Angron, stuff like that is perfect, okay? It's perfect. And you're not giving these evil characters enough credit. You're not giving these disgusting people enough credit. Erebus absolutely is an intriguing character, and or however you're going to literary, device him, and you're going to say he's just, there to push the plot, and he's just more of a plot device in 40K than he is in 30K. That's okay. That's perfect. I've been reading the Word Bearers Omnibus, and I'm reading about, what's his name, Marduk, however you're going to pronounce his name, and Kolbadar. They're these word bearers who are literally the worst people on earth, willing and ready to sacrifice their own just to achieve, social mobility and climb up the dark circle that they're in. And it's amazing. It's perfect. You shouldn't look at these characters and think, ugh, there's no reason to like them. There's no reason to actually hate Erebus. I get it. It's funny. It's a meme. And it is funny. And ironically, yeah, you should, they do horrible things. You don't have to support them. But I'm just saying, you should not overlook them simply because meme lore is telling you to look over them. They are amazing. They're banging. They're nuts. Ahriman, straight up in this book, has a co-conspirator. His name is, Astraeus. And Astraeus is this renegade marine who he picks up, he mentors him and just teaches him the way of the old Legion. And you think, holy shit, this is great. This guy is learning all about past lore that has just been eradicated, which is a huge theme in 40K. You're thinking, okay, this sympathizes with him. He's very sympathetic, and then you see more human side of him. What does he do immediately? He looks at Astraeus and says, listen, the Inquisition's on me right now, so I'm going to need you to take the dive. Like they're gang members, right? So he says, listen, homie, I need you to take this dive for me. Astraeus says, huh? And then bang! The next thing you know, Astraeus is literally knocked out, has amnesia, has no clue what's going on, slowly remembers bits and pieces of how Ahriman left him to die, psychologically break down and erode into something else, almost like a Rubique Marine. Obviously not, because he's not dust. But you get what I'm saying. That is disgusting, horrible, and despicable. And it's great. It's amazing. Because it's the amount of depth that shitty characters have is astronomically better than this might be a hot take, than the Loyalists, and even Xenos for that matter. You know, besides your Matter Thraka and Makari and Dr. Grotz, whatever, I don't even remember his name, or Vecht, or Lilith Hesperax, or what's her name? The one who's currently leading the Ynnari. She helped Gilman out. Ooh, shows what a fan I am. Well, I don't remember her name, but that's okay. The point is, when you look at either Xenos or Loyalists, or, you know, Necron. Well, Necron's counted as Xenos, but you get what I'm saying. These characters who are objectively still, everybody's awful in 40K, but they lack that depth, and Chaos has that depth. You've been propagandized into thinking that they're just surface level Saturday night villains, and I know there's there's other YouTubers who post 2-hour videos of well-researched and well-documented and very perfectly executed videos describing and detailing the psychological depths of the Primarchs and how they're evil and despicable, and famous traitors like, Karn, Lucius, and it's perfect. I like that. But people only look at half of that and then just kind of move on. Like, oh, I love Lucius because he's such a scumbag. And that's great, and that's what I'm supporting right now. I think that should be your entryway into these awful characters. But you can also go deeper. If you've read The Eternal Blade, you will see how Lucius thinks, why he's, a lot more than meets the eye. He's not the best swordsman in the galaxy because he's been defeated so many times, and everybody on his armor is someone who's previously defeated him. The guy is constantly suffering. He's not like ha ha ha, I'm back from the dead again. It's more like ha ha ha, I'm back from the dead again, and I am severely in Ouroboros of thinking I'm simultaneously the best and simultaneously probably the worst, because I always lose. I never am going to be good enough because I'll never get the chance to challenge those I've lost to again because they're dead and I consume them. I'm getting a little passionate, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I know I'm rambling and I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but what I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, give these evil characters more credit. Please don't just fall to online hype and say, oh yeah, they suck, and don't look into them any further. That's not the way to go. If you want to actively enjoy the hobby, I think, don't limit yourself. People subconsciously limit themselves by seeing characters who are poorly portrayed once in one story and then cut them off completely. And I'm literally no better than that, okay? I simply wouldn't read an Ultramarine story because at one point in the hobby, and still I guess today is the year of, it's the year of chaos, but they're releasing 20,000 new Ultramarine models, Ooh, what a business decision. But, I'm sorry. But what I'm trying to get at is I recently, got the Dawn of Fire on Audible, and I'm slowly listening and expanding to all the factions again that I just said I cut myself off from listening to because of other people's opinions. So please don't ever limit yourself and do that, and just enjoy the hobby for what it is, okay? Embrace these awful characters. Stop with the propaganda. Let evil characters be evil characters, and try to enjoy them, guys. I know this is nobody asked for that, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute since I've made a video, so if you watched the whole video, thank you so much, and don't worry, I'm gonna be right back here within the week. See you later.